everybody, it's Zach from Zach Loves Books. It's good to see you all again. Thanks for tuning in. We are back. We're doing another collab. We both got, it's not the biggest numbers on our last collab, but bigger numbers than we've both gotten individually so far. And me having my channel longer than she's had her channel. Today, I have the lovely missus with me, Tam from Soft Glam with Tam. Say hello to
Hello, everyone.
We are officially the new replacement for Mark and Kelly online. They can have the cable, you know, we'll do this thing online. But we had so much fun doing our last video that, you know, we're going to do another collab. This time it's on Zach Loves Books. And, you know, we're joined by Tam from Soft Glam with Tam. So once again, we appreciate everybody tuning in, everyone who's watching. And like I said before, you know, Tam's adding new videos to her channel. If you're interested in, you know, makeup, modern makeup, how to look like yourself, go to her channel, check it out, watch the videos. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. You're welcome. I have a BookTube channel, so if you like my content, which is, you know, focused on books, more laid back, strictly books, no makeup there. And from my point of view, books that I like to read, then check out my content. And if you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe. So let's get right to it. What we're going to do today is kind of like just a fun post. We like doing this collab, so it's kind of an experiment for us. So we're going to do a few of these coming up. I just had some ideas in my head. So this one, we're going to actually talk about what it's like to live with a book lover slash booktuber. Because I haven't been a booktuber for 20 years, but I've been a book lover for at least 20 years. So, and she's been with me for at least 20 years. So, wow, yeah, it's been a long road.
It's been a long journey.
Right, but it only still feels like it was yesterday. Yeah. So, you know, we keep it exciting, and doing things, and doing things like this also keeps it exciting. So today, I've seen a couple other booktubers do this video online where they get the missus, you know, input and opinion on what it's like to live with a book lover. So we're going to start there. I'm just going to shoot out a couple of questions at her and ask her, you know, hey, what she thinks about my whole book-loving hobby. So, yeah, let's start. So what's it like living with a book lover?
It's actually really cool. I mean, since I've met you, you've loved books. We used to always go to World's Biggest Bookstore, and you've taken me to every bookstore in Toronto, basically.
For those people that don't know what World's Biggest Bookstore is, here in Toronto, Canada, where we're from, World's Biggest Bookstore kind of like resembled, it was huge. It was like, I don't even know the square footage, but it was kind of like being in an IKEA, but in a really ugly, and it was ugly. Yeah, it looked like a 1970s school. Yeah. Really garish, you know.
Not good lighting.
Yeah, sure. Yellow, orange colors. But it was really a cool place to be.
It was amazing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it was two huge floors of books, and they were in business for like 30 years, bought out by what used to be a Kohl's company that we had, then got bought out by our version of Barnes & Noble, Indigo Books, and then it was demolished at one point to build condos, sad. Yeah. But it was a cool place to be. If you couldn't find the rare books, you could find it there. But you cannot see it anymore. You could find pictures online, but we digress. So let's get back to it.
As I was saying, you used to take me there. I used to grab a pile of magazines. They had the best magazines, remember? And we used to just chill there, and you would have a pile of books. And
they had a huge magazine section.
Days there. We would just enjoy a whole day there with our coffees. Like, it was really fun, actually. And yeah, so obviously you always had a lot of books. Right. And then when we got married, you had, what was that, over 3,000 books or something like that? Like at our old apartment.
I built up to that amount.
Yeah, but, over time.
You know what? While we're on the topic of magazines, I just want to say to people, remember when you used to be able to get a magazine for as little as $3 or $4? Yeah. You used to get some of those fashion magazines for like $3.
Yeah.
I would get like Psychology Today.
$3? Seriously? Wow.
No, but amazing. I mean, yeah, for like the more kind of
$5.
Right. I mean,
now they're what, $15 for some
every magazine now is like $15.99, $16.99, $18.99.
I love magazines.
It's like I used to read Psychology Today, and I forget Scientific American. Oh, yeah. We used to buy Prevention.
Reader's Digest.
Yeah, Prevention used to cost like $3 or $4, and now it's like so $8.
Yeah, so I actually get a lot of magazines from the library as well. Sometimes, I mean, I'll just take them out and read them because they're expensive. But being married to a book lover is very exciting because you're always learning and you're surrounded by books, so it's always cozy. Sometimes I get on you when you go to the little libraries and you bring a lot of books home and you haven't read some of the books yet, but then I thought you're collecting them and you love it. It's like how I love makeup and I love reading beauty magazines. And you can never obviously have too much books. I love reading. I've always been an avid reader when I was younger, and I love reading. I just haven't read as much as I used to read, but you've inspired me to read a lot more because I love reading. I've read since I was a child, so reading's important. And you got your nice little sweatshirt or shirt from Indigo, so you represent in our neighborhood. Everybody knows, even our crossing guard at our son's school, like he knows that you love books.
Oh yeah, he always sees me with a book in my hand.
He always asks, what are you reading? Because you're always stopping at little libraries. And sometimes we have to cross the street when we don't really want to because you want to go to a little library, but that's okay. We take D routes, and if that makes sense.
I think it's safe to say that books have kind of always been my security blanket. I'm like Linus from the Peanuts gang. If anyone remembers the Peanuts gang, Charlie Brown, Linus, always had that blanket. My blanket is a book or books.
Oh, quick thought on that. Because you always are curled up with a book. Like, if we're about to go to bed, I notice there's a book on your lap.
Right.
So you sleep with books too sometimes, and I have to remove them.
I probably slept with, and you found me with a book on my chest. Or...
You used to put books in your socks when you were a kid.
Right.
Oh no, that was Cookie. That's for another time.
I actually have a funny story. Her grandmother used to have a house in Barbados. And I remember one time when we took a trip down there, and this was before e-readers, I had my carry-on bag, and I swear to you, I put a combination of trade paperbacks and hardcovers. I took like 17 books down with me, and I packed them. Like my carry-on must have been like 20 pounds itself, but they didn't care back then how much it weighed. And I remember when we got to Barbados and we got into her grandmother's house, and in the room, I created a little bookshelf, of like 12 books. Or I don't know how many books. I might have had maybe 15 books. We were only there for 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't think I got through any of them, but I created a little bookshelf there.
You're all about the book nooks.
I actually think I remember your grandmother seeing the bookshelf and thinking I was probably crazy for bringing it.
Probably thought you were moving it. Oh, that's cute. But you can never have enough beach reads, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, you're a book lover through and through. Like, some people might say they love books, like you love books. I notice when we go to, what's that cool little book place in the Cats there? It's a little used bookstore, and he has his cat.
Oh, yeah.
That's an amazing one. So cozy there.
Right.
Yeah, you're always...
here in Toronto, we have some used bookstores. If you're ever here in the city, if you're from the States or anywhere else in the world and you come down, check out B&V. You can't miss. People will tell you about it. It's like a book reseller plus used books. So they have overstock books, used books. There's one down by Eaton Centre, which is our most famous mall, probably in Canada or Toronto. It's a big mall down by Yonge and Dundas. Yeah. There's a B&V just up the road from them. Also, there's a B&V Bloor and Spadina, which is another main intersection that tourists like to go to. I mean, if you're not here right now, don't worry about it, but check out B&V. Yeah. Check out the one with the cat in it is actually called Seekers Books, which has been there for like
since we've been
30
dating.
Or 40 years. Seekers, you actually have to walk down some stairs and but once you get in there, it's just one of those quaint old bookshops with all the wooden shelves and everything smells like old paper.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful place. I hope it's there forever.
Yeah.
I apologize, guys, for the lighting. We have a big window next to us, and
the sun's
we don't have like heavy curtains.
Do you want me to do this?
No, you can't do anything to help it, but So I'm getting a lot of lighting on this side. No, it doesn't really matter what we do.
But natural light is good.
Yeah, so check out Seekers, BMV. There's a few other spots.
BMV is your favorite.
You know, if you're in Toronto, let me know. Put in the comments what should I check out. I can let you know.
Toronto Reference Library.
Right, Toronto Reference Library. Also, Toronto Reference Library has a small store called Bookends, where it's the best deal in the city. Reference Library is like 7 floors for like people who go to study.
Really nice.
You can't really take out books there, but all the university students go there, and it's a huge place. Also a tourist destination, but more for students, and you know, it's a reference library. But in the bottom floor, there's a place called Bookends, all run by volunteers. That they're open from Wednesday to Saturday, from noon to I think 5, and every book is $1, no matter.
Oh, that's your favorite day of the week. Is it every day?
Wednesday to Saturday.
Oh, that's where you disappear to after work.
Right, but best deal in the city besides the book sales.
They know you by name. Who's that lovely lady with the curly hair down at BMV? She's lovely.
Grace.
Grace.
If you go down
Grace
to
is
BMV
really cool.
Books, down by Yonge and Dundas, you know.
She knows you by name.
See an older lady, curly hair, glasses. Her name is Grace.
She knows her stuff.
Tell her that Zach sent you. But we keep digressing.
But you love books, and honestly, it is actually amazing because there's sometimes I feel like I'm in a bookstore.
Yeah,
I actually take out books in my own apartment and borrow them.
I always say that because you know we don't really need to go to the library or
Indigo
the bookstore because we can shop.
Yeah.
For books in our own apartment. It is literally like a small bookstore. And here, I know you only see one part of it behind us, but there are books everywhere here.
Every inch of the apartment. Even under the couch.
I know sometimes she doesn't take advantage of it, but I know she notices because sometimes I'll just turn the corner and she has a book on her hand that I've never seen her grab before. Something caught her attention.
It's really cool, actually.
But you know.
Never stop learning.
Right. Some people think that, like, you know, there's the whole, you know, debate about if you can have too much books. I don't think you can have too much books. It's a great conversation piece for when people come over. The first thing people always ask is, like, have you read all these books? And I say, absolutely not. I've actually did the calculations of, you know, how much longer or what the average life expectancy is of a male in Canada times the amount of years that I have left, times the amount of average books you can read in a year.
Right.
And I would never read. I'm afraid that my natural life will end and I won't be able to read the books that I just have in my apartment, let alone the books the ebooks that I have on my computer.
Oh, that's another category.
Right. I have, like, the other day I sorted through all my ebooks. I got rid of all my dupes that I had in ebooks.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of time.
Right. And then I put them all into one folder and backed them up because, you know, if my computer ever crashed on me, I don't want to lose that, right?
Yeah.
Or if something happened with all the books in the apartment, I don't want to lose that. But the number is staggering. I actually have about 9,700 books on the computer.
And counting.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, it may not look like it, but I in the apartment myself, I probably have at least 2,000 books, but I'm getting rid of them all the time.
Yeah, that's true. You're always, what's it called? Like
culling my shelves.
That's why you were so good when you worked at Indigo. Like, you know how to cull the bookshelves, and it's an art.
Right. I mean, working for a bookstore part-time for 5 years was like one of the... Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of jobs in my life, but it was one of the most pleasurable jobs ever. And I worked with a kooky bunch of people. Yeah. And it was great. It was a great experience. And the store that I worked in was beautiful.
Chapters.
Right. I want to mention it, and yet I don't because it's gone now. You know, it was a Chapters store, which we used to have Chapters here in Canada, and I think most of the stores are closed now, except for like one over by Kennedy and Ellesmere.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Right, but our store was beautiful. It was 2 floors. It had a big open kind of atrium area where like the escalator came up, and you could look down and see everybody on the first floor.
So cozy.
Right.
Yeah.
But
and Starbucks used to be in all those bookstores.
Right,
They don't
Starbucks.
have that anymore.
No.
I used to get my latte and walk around, but
there's not many places really anymore, like coffee shops that are friendly to people who just want to hang out and read now.
They're tired of people loafing and
they're
loitering.
All the Starbucks are closing.
It's not cozy in and out.
Right. They're getting rid of all their seating.
Where do I go on my lunch break? You know, when I'm a makeup artist working in retail sometimes. You have to get creative. But
I just want to mention to people too, I don't know if you realize, they overhauled the way we take out books, in our library system here. We have the TPL here in Toronto called the Toronto Public Library. It's our public library system. It's probably different for every province, but here in Toronto it's great. And they used to have fines before, but now they've overhauled it in the sense that it's way better now. Like before, you'd get fines, you wouldn't take back your books, the fines would accumulate. They would actually report you to a credit bureau, and the credit bureau would hunt you down as if you had defaulted on a credit card to try to collect the fees from you. But now the way they've changed it is you have you can take up to 50 books out at a time. And, you get them for the standard 2 weeks. And if, they're late, you have up to 30 days to bring them back.
That's right.
After 30 days, they'll charge you whatever they paid for the book when they originally, bought it. But, I mean, that's amazing. You can take up to 50 books out at a time, and then 30 days to bring it back. And, what I do sometimes is I'll take out a couple of books, and then I'll just renew them up to 3 times. So you can keep your books for up to 6 weeks.
Wow.
Right? And then the only time you have to bring them back, let's say you took out a book for 2 weeks. If somebody puts a hold on that same book and they want your copy, then it's due after 2 weeks. But if nobody wants that book, you can keep it for 6 weeks. And then what I do sometimes is I bring it up after 6 weeks to the branch that I brought it to, come back 2 days later, take it out again for another 6 weeks if I still haven't got to it.
Naughty.
I don't want to let the TPL know that. Well, now they know, but it's a great system.
Different rules nowadays. Yeah.
Right. But so any other thoughts on being married to a book lover? Does anything bug you about me owning so many books, or?
Well, I mean, sometimes I step
take it
on
easy
them.
on me.
I'm just kidding. I feel like you're very organized. I mean, you are really great at knowing how to. You have the way your books are laid out. The big books are together. The smaller ones are together. Right. I mean, it's not like it doesn't look cluttered.
Right.
You have a way of taking a lot of things and making it look like it has a place. Sometimes, books are in weird places that I don't expect it, but I guess that's your comfort zone.
You know what's weird? Sometimes people ask me, they come here and they're like, how are your books organized? Do you have them in different genres and sections? I do actually have genres.
You do, actually.
I have a couple of, 2 whole cases of true crime. And then I have all in front of her, you can't see it. What I have behind this is all nonfiction.
Yeah.
But then what you can't see in front of us, I have a ton of fiction. It's in front of us, there's tons of fiction. Yeah. It's all fiction.
A lot of fiction. My fiction's popped in there too, because I love more fiction.
Right. But I don't actually have my stuff organized how I should. What I basically have is, on some of these shelves, I have books in front of books. So I have, so it looks like I may only have 30 books when you look at the face of one of these shelves. It's actually double stacked, and it's not stacked, but there's the same amount of books behind. So if I have 30 books in this little shelf, there's actually 60 books there. So it's more about what will fit at this point. But
do you want to read all the books you have?
Of course, I would love to read everything I have.
So it's not just about collecting them.
No, it's not. But like I say,
you need more time.
Right. There's different types of book lovers. You know how they say there's different types of personalities? There's some people that will only take out books from the library, only read a certain genre. And then there's people that will just DNF a book, do not finish. They won't finish if they don't like it. And then there's people that are I'm not going to get extra books. I'm just going to read what I have.
Right.
I don't do that. My type of book love is like just to be surrounded by
You like to hold a book.
Right.
Like when you hold a book, you look like you're in another world. But I love the smell of a new book, though. Or even an old book.
I love the smell of an old book.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Actually, I do love the smell of an old book.
Oh, like I have some of those hardcover books, you know, that are rare books from the 1930s, and I just...
Yeah, and you find little people's postcards in there.
I like to just flip them like this under my nose and just take a huge
Maybe Sherlock Holmes a little bit. I don't know why.
Right. But, yeah, different types of book lovers out there, guys. So, I mean, don't let anybody knock whatever kind of book lover you are.
It's true.
Or you want to be, you know, just enjoy books the way you want to. And like I said, it's a great conversation piece when people come over. I think people are like in awe when they see that many books. And I think in a way, sometimes it even makes you look smart.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what the realities are.
Right. I think people are always curious about books too.
I think it is a form of intelligence if you love to read, obviously. Right. And I feel like you're always learning, right? When you're reading. Right. It's like an adventure.
Right.
And yeah, we're teaching our son at a young age, like how we learned at a young age, and he's loving to read. So that's the most important thing. I think him just
being surrounded by books is being absorbed into him, and even though he's not at chapter books yet, he's reading the Dogman series with pictures and, you know, words, and they're basic. I mean, it doesn't matter. Reading is reading. I read somewhere the other day, or statistically, that those same kids that start out reading like that eventually become the ones that are reading War and Peace, you know, in their early 20s or something.
Yeah. Reading is important, and no matter what you love to read, that's the whole thing.
I'm glad he's caught the reading bug.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
But anyways,
I've been reading to him Goodnight Moon since he was, you know, a couple months old.
Right. Let us know in the comments if you like this collab, you know, where this is more casual, because the Christmas is coming up and the holidays, we're going to be really busy, so less time to read for me, so I might do a more casual post like this. One idea I have is maybe doing some great gift ideas for book lovers, maybe I'll have Tam come on with me and hold the merchandise up and ask her what she thinks of this, and you know, we'll do some close-up shots of some great ideas for book lovers that you have in your family. And maybe a few others, maybe a post where we cover some books that you like, or maybe a post where we both cover books that we're excited to read, or books that we've read together, and what our opinions on you know, 5 books that we've both read, and what are different, or contrasting, or the same opinions, you know, might be about that book. But
like a book club,
right? So that's it for now, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one, all right?
See you guys.